U.S. Geography Facts. You never knew. Hey there, geography buffs. Get ready to be amazed as we dive into 30 U.S. geography facts you never knew. Trust me, some of these will blow your mind. Let's jump in. Fact 1. 4 states meet at one point. Let's start with something that sounds astonishing. Did you know there's a single point in the U.S. where 4 states meet? At the Four Corners Monument, you can stand in Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico, all at the same time. It's the only place in the country where this happens, and it's a bucket list spot for geography lovers. Fact 2. The U.S. has a rainforest. When you think of rainforests, you probably picture the Amazon, right? But the U.S. has its very own rainforest, the Hoh Rainforest in Washington State. It's part of Olympic National Park and gets up to 14 feet of rain annually. Moss-covered trees and misty air make it feel like another world. Fact 3. Alaska is the westernmost, easternmost, and northernmost state. Alaska is not only the northernmost and westernmost state in the U.S., but it's also the easternmost. How, you ask? It's because of the Aleutian Islands, which stretch so far west that they cross the 180-degree line of longitude into the eastern hemisphere. Geography loves a good plot twist, doesn't it? Fact 4. The Mississippi River reverses flow during hurricanes. Here's a shocking one. The mighty Mississippi River has been known to reverse its flow. This usually happens during hurricanes or major storms, like Hurricane Ida in 2021. The storm's pressure and winds can push water back upriver, an incredible display of nature's power. Fact 5. The longest cave system in the world is in Kentucky. Hidden beneath Kentucky's rolling hills lies Mammoth Cave, the longest cave system in the world. Over 420 miles of explored passages weave beneath the surface, and scientists believe there's more yet to be discovered. It's a subterranean wonderland of chambers, rivers, and history. Fact 6. The U.S. has the world's tallest volcano. Think Mount Everest is impressive. Meet Mauna Kea in Hawaii, the tallest volcano in the world when measured from its base on the ocean floor. It stands over 33,500 feet tall, making it taller than Everest. From its underwater roots to its snow-capped summit, Mauna Kea is truly colossal. Fact 7. Lake Superior could cover all of North and South America. Lake Superior isn't just superior in name, it's so massive that it could flood all of North and South America in a foot of water. This great lake holds over 10% of the world's fresh surface water and is a vital resource for the region. Fact 8. The U.S. is home to a town with a 38-letter name. Get ready for a tongue twister. Chargoga Gugman Chagagog Chaubunagu Ngamag. This 38-letter name belongs to a lake in Webster, Massachusetts. It's said to mean, you fish on your side, I fish on my side, and no one fishes in the middle. It's both a linguistic and geographic marvel. Fact 9. Kansas is flatter than a pancake. Ever heard the joke that Kansas is as flat as a pancake? Well, geographers tested this, and it's true. A 2003 study compared the topography of Kansas to a pancake from IHOP, and Kansas was scientifically flatter. I guess sometimes stereotypes are spot on. Fact 10. A river runs underground in St. Louis. St. Louis, Missouri has a secret. The River des Peres runs right under the city. This river was buried to prevent flooding and improve sanitation, but its underground flow is still vital to the area. It's like a hidden lifeline beneath the streets. Fact 11. Death Valley has the hottest temperature on Earth. Death Valley, California, isn't just the hottest place in the U.S. It holds the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. This desert landscape is both extreme and stunning. Fact 12, the U.S. has an active supervolcano. Yellowstone National Park sits atop a supervolcano. If it ever erupted, don't worry, scientists say it's unlikely anytime soon, it could spew enough ash to cover much of the U.S. It's a humbling reminder of nature's raw power. Fact 13, there's a town where it's illegal to die. In Barrow, Alaska, now known as Utqiagvik, it's technically illegal to die. Why? The permafrost prevents proper burial, and bodies would contaminate the area. The law ensures bodies are sent elsewhere for burial. Talk about a unique local rule. Fact 14. The U.S. is home to the shortest river. The Roe River in Montana holds the Guinness World Record for the shortest river. It's only 201 feet long and connects Giant Springs to the Missouri River. Blink and you might miss it. Fact 15. Florida has the longest coastline. With its peninsular shape, Florida boasts the longest coastline in the contiguous U.S., around 350 miles of sandy beaches, mangroves, and marshes. It's no wonder it's a hotspot for beachgoers. Fact 16. North America's Continental Divide. The Continental Divide runs along the Rocky Mountains and separates water flow. On one side, rivers flow to the Atlantic Ocean, and on the other, they flow to the Pacific. It's a natural divider shaping the geography of the continent. Fact 17. The U.S. is bigger than Europe. Here's a perspective shift. The continental U.S. is larger than Europe in total area. With 3.8 million square miles, the U.S. spans a diverse array of climates and landscapes that rival entire continents. Fact 18. Mount Whitney and Death Valley are neighbors. California's Mount Whitney, the highest point in the contiguous U.S., and Death Valley, the lowest point, are just 85 miles apart. It's a dramatic contrast in elevation and geography. Fact 19. There's a desert that's freezing cold. When you think of deserts, you probably imagine scorching heat. But the Great Basin Desert, covering parts of Nevada and Utah, gets extremely cold, especially in winter. It's the largest cold desert in the U.S. Fact 20. Hawaii is moving closer to Japan. Hawaii sits atop a tectonic plate that's drifting about 3 inches toward Japan every year. In millions of years, the islands will be much closer to Asia. Fact 21. Vermont has no billboards. Vermont is one of 4 states where billboards are banned. The scenic views of rolling hills and charming towns remain unspoiled, creating a tranquil experience for travelers. Fact 22. The U.S. has over 100,000 lakes. From the Great Lakes to tiny alpine ponds, the U.S. has over 100,000 lakes. Minnesota alone is known as the land of 10,000 lakes, but even Alaska outnumbers it with over 3 million lakes. Fact 23. The Appalachian Trail crosses 14 states. The Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine, crossing 14 states. It's the longest hiking-only trail in the world and a bucket list trek for adventurers. Fact 24. A town named Y exists. There's a town in Arizona simply named Y. It got its name because 2 major roads formed a Y shape, but the name had to be changed to Y for legal reasons. Quirky, right? Fact 25. Alaska has more coastline than all other states combined. Alaska's sprawling coastline measures over 33,000 miles, more than all the other states combined. Its rugged beauty includes fjords, glaciers, and vast stretches of untouched wilderness. Fact 26. The Great Salt Lake is shrinking. The Great Salt Lake in Utah is shrinking rapidly due to water diversion and climate change. It's a critical habitat for birds and brine shrimp, and its shrinking size poses environmental challenges. Fact 27. The U.S. has a river of sand. In Nebraska's sandhills, the Niobrara River is nicknamed the River of Sand. Shifting sand dunes in the area make it a unique geographical feature. Fact 28. There are underwater waterfalls in the ocean. Off the coast of Massachusetts, Underwater currents create a phenomenon called underwater waterfalls. Dense cold water flows beneath lighter, warmer water, creating a cascading effect. Fact 29. The U.S. shares Niagara Falls with Canada. Niagara Falls is one of the most iconic natural wonders, and the U.S. shares it with Canada. The Horseshoe Falls are mostly on the Canadian side, while the American Falls are entirely within New York. Fact 30. The U.S. has more volcanoes than any other country. Surprised? With over 160 active volcanoes, the U.S. leads the world in volcanic activity. Most are in Alaska, but Hawaii and the Pacific Northwest are hotspots too. So, how many of these facts were new to you? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. See you in the next video.